Welcome back, everybody. We decided to leave Hype in the other room so we could enjoy a tea bath. I'm sure it's cooled down by now, by all that lava we cooled down with the ice.
I know I'm enjoying it.
What tea did you make, Jordy?
Pardon?
What tea did you make?
Green tea with a hint of wild blueberry and acai.
Ooh.
Wow.
Huh.
My favorite.
What is it? Oh,
Steady now. Gather your nerve. Jump to the first vent, then the next.
okay, yeah, it's just,
Okay.
traditional
Thank you,
vent to
Cheshire,
vent.
for your lovely words of advice.
Thank you very much.
Also, as you've noticed, you have to be kind of careful with the targeting reticle, because it's like, depending on the distance that the thing is away from you, your shots won't exactly hit the target where it should. It's like almost a little bit to the left.
You know what's kind of the fucked up thing? Like, say if you end up in a dark room and it's like, the Cheshire Cat is one of those characters where he's like the one person you really want to help you out, but at the same time, in a dark room where you can't see shit, all you see is his face. It's like, is this really the only face I can depend on?
It's my nicest friend ever.
This
is my
nice
joke of-
face.
This is
I'm
my
pretty
nice
sure they had a
face.
joke. You know what? I'm thinking of this joke of I want to say it was oh god, I was like, whoa.
I see you.
Oh, it's those giant teapots. Wait a minute. Aha!
I see.
Ah, there you are, you little snorter.
When you're near a pig snout, you'll sometimes hear the the little the
that's right.
snorting of it when it's
the
nearby.
oink.
So just kind of keep an ear out. What was I saying? It was this joke I think Roger Vanderwees did where they were just like, enemies joining up with you in Sonic games between first you have Shadow, first you have Eggman who was freaking like Alibaba. No, that was Tails.
No, yeah, Tails was Alibaba, Eggman was King Shahryar.
Yeah, he was King Shahryar. So he was King Shahryar, so he was like an ally. Then Shadow was like Lancelot or whatever, and ended up
he was
becoming an
Lancelot.
ally in that one. So then they had this joke of, well, wow, what's with all these villains teaming up with one another now? And so then, like, in the next issue, which was the joke being that was going to be Little Mermaid, frickin' Mephiles was Flounder.
Oh my goodness, I remember that.
And the frickin' Colonel guy from Shadow the Hedgehog
He was Sebastian, and he wouldn't stop eating all the fish.
Oh god.
Because that was this joke, because that was the running joke from Shadow the Hedgehog, was that he just ate flickies. It was a weird time.
It was weird,
but at the same time, if we assume, and yeah, that's just your hint again, that from now on you're going to want to start weighing down these platforms. However, as you've just noticed there, be very careful when you, I would almost, you'll start seeing me you'll see me later doing this more often. I would almost recommend standing on the platform first and then pushing it down, because odds are, texture reloaded. Because odds are, the second you step on a switch, first the game is going to wrench control from you just so that it can show the camera showing what you just activated, and then you'll be able to move towards it. And the issue is that while it's doing that, the timer is still counting down. So that's just my like recommendation. Stand on it first, get that little camera cutscene out of the way, and then put the dang rabbit down.
Okay.
Yeah, good idea.
The rabbit bomb down. Don't cut. Anyway. But
Bomb
I mean,
the rabbit.
knowing that Sonic storybook thing was meant to be a whole series until Black Knight did nothing.
It was a thing.
What did they ever like? Has anyone ever come out to say? Ow! Has anyone ever come out to say like what other plans they would have had Black Knight done? Maybe okay.
Dead offhand, I can't remember anything concrete. Like
Yeah,
I can think of like, well, just stuff that fans would speculate they can do next, like fairy tales, for example.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I was assuming they were gonna do. If not that, I was assuming they would have done. I'm trying to think. I mean, Taurus in the hair seems a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. So you need something that you can have an ultimate villain to. You need something that can have a overall like number of characters and definitely the potential.
Yeah.
Wonderland would have worked.
I think it would have worked.
Okay, screw it. Now they have this full connection over who would be who.
Eggman would be the Queen of Hearts.
Yes.
No, the Queen of Red Hearts. No, the Queen of Red Hearts would be the random original character Do Not Steal villain they have.
Probably.
Actually, Eggman would be good as the Mad Hatter if you think about it.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be another character, but I can't think of who.
Who else wears a hat? Except all
Yeah,
I
who
think is that
Knuckles.
Weasel guy.
Knuckles.
Nah,
Top hat, yes.
nah. All I,
He
all
wore
I
a hat
think-
once.
The only character I think of who wears hats is that freaking Fang.
Oh,
Oh,
famous
Knack the Weasel.
Yeah.
Or Fang the Sniper, depending on whatever game. Oh, by the way, speaking of other animal critters, the Dormouse.
So that's what he looks like.
It's got wheels for legs.
Again, this was... and there's the Hatter's arms,
Yep.
holding that weird smelting pot.
Not even you.
Eee.
Nope. So, also again, the music is as odd and uniquely designed as ever. Reminds me a little bit of the sound direction that the Robots movie had,
Oh, yeah.
where the Blue Man Group used all of
Now that's
just
a movie I
like-
need to get back to sooner or later.
just that just again like one of my favorite aspects of that is that they had the Blue Man Group doing the music, which involved a lot of like otherwise unconventional means of creating the music and using real objects and stuff. It was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's some fun sequences.
You know, Alice has got to be sweating something fierce when wearing that kind of outfit in this
Oh, geez.
environment.
Full on tights with knee-high boots, dress, gloves.
In Victorian-esque getup. It's like, goddamn.
Wouldn't you say she's
Oh,
pretty
just-
much the hot topic right now?
Ow!
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes. I got
Duck and
it.
weave, duck and weave. And again, be very careful because again, one touch of the lava will be an instant. Like,
Actually, Pi, this feels like more of a Spencer's take.
Nah, if it was Spencer's, there'll be an adult
I regret
section
this
in the
decision.
back.
Ow! Ow!
Ah!
Oh yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, we're okay. Again, the healing that enemies drop is pretty generous, so you can be pretty okay. See, I'm already back up the hill.
As
Anyway,
if nothing ever happened.
yeah, what were we talking about? We were saying, Fang the Sniper, maybe.
Maybe, except he's too obscure. Like, honestly,
That is-
if you want to make someone else be the Mad Hatter, I'd say maybe, I don't know, Shadow or Hell, or more of a hot take,
Oh my
Vector.
God.
Or Vector.
I was about, you know what I was
Vector
about
is
to
the
say. I was about to
Vector.
say no. I'm serious. The Mad Tea Party would be Vector, just Team Chaotix, the three of them.
Oh my
God.
gosh, you're right.
Dormouse would be Charmy.
And SBO is the,
March Hare.
okay.
Yeah. What does that
I
make
don't know.
Charmy? The dormouse?
I mean,
Dormouse.
He did. Yeah, the dormouse.
I mean, we could go. We could go on the nose and have it be cream and vanilla somewhere. But or you know what?
She could be the
No,
white
Cream,
queen.
Cream would be the
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna
Cream
say.
would be the Alice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cream
she
be out-
would.
Cream could be out.
Yes. Oh, it's so
So then,
cute.
so then, who would be her white rabbit?
Vanilla.
Sonic
That
could be the
Sonic
white
would
rabbit.
inevitably help with. No,
Okay.
No?
The idea is that Sonic usually like interrupted and like was its own thing in the story.
Well,
Oh,
didn't
no,
he become the
I got
main
it.
character?
No, guys,
guys,
I got
go
it. I
ahead.
got it. The White Rabbit would be Omochow.
Oh no! Oh
No, that absolutely would make sense given Omochow's desire and passion for telling people what to do and how and where to follow them. at all
Right.
costs.
At least it's a lot better
Okay.
than all the Alice in Wonderland AUs I've seen in Sonic.
there are actual AUs.
Yes, there's actual AUs of it. There's even one where Sonic is actually raised by Dr. Eggman and works for him. That someone's working on.
Interesting.
There's AUs for everything, trust me. I know.
I assume. Okay, so let's see what else. we
Whatever
have.
whatever
Okay.
story there is in pop culture or just typical, just regular culture in general, Sonic has likely parodied it in one fan fiction or another.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
Do you think Big the Cat would be the Cheshire Cat?
No, that would be no, that would be Espio.
Oh, you're right because he's a chameleon.
And he's
Yeah.
purple.
Then who would take place of the March
Fair.
Hare then?
Big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Big.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have Big. And all the jokes is just them saying, "Who invited him?"
Okay.
And then that's just the argument. And I don't know.
Actually,
That's
no, wait. Maybe. Actually, now that I think about it, actually making Fang the Mad Hatter actually would make more sense because they could just add Team Hooligan into the mix. Have freaking
Oh yeah.
Bean the Dynamite
From the
as
Archie
the
comics.
have Bean as the March Hare, and ironically have Polar as the Dormouse.
Just have
I think
little
another-
tiny ears on.
Just to go back to the Red Queen, what about Rouge to be her? Because she wears a hard one.
You know what? Yeah,
Oh,
Rouge,
yeah.
Rouge could be the Duchess.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah.
That could work.
I don't know.
Then,
Let's see.
But then there'd have to be a role for Amy to fill.
She could be the Red Queen.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
could
I
have a
think
giant
she's-
hammer.
Has Amy been in? No, Amy was in. No, Amy was Lady of the Lake, but I don't. But Amy was not in Secret Rings. I don't think.
No.
I don't believe
She
was. I
wasn't,
think-
no.
Actually, yeah. As far as Secret Rings is concerned, they only use the typical Tails, Knuckles, and Eggman.
True. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so we already have Amy covered. The idea is I'm trying to think of characters who have not appeared in the other games, since usually that seems to be what they go
Okay.
for.
Yeah,
Ow.
okay.
Ow! But there
Oh,
she
so
goes.
they're
Separated
checkpoints are
into
super
butterflies.
Yeah. Again, the Bayonetta. I don't know why butterflies. I never.
Because butterflies are considered
Flowers,
good
I
luck,
would've
guardian
assumed-
angel.
I would've
I had a
assumed-
butterfly land on me once.
I honestly would have accepted rose petals more, especially since our health is roses. But
Right.
But butterflies
Yeah,
go to
butterflies it
roses.
is.
Oh, that's true. And
Yes.
I was also thinking, I think butterflies also represent freedom.
I
Freedom.
guess, just especially when you have a game where a Bayonetta was at least more justified given Madame Butterfly. And we've made it to him. So, of course, he's gonna run.
Well, the closest thing you can do to run.
Well, he can wheel, he can roll.
Well, wait till
Alright, we need to
wait till
grab
he
that
reaches his
switch.
own arch nemesis, stairs.
No.
March Hare, I thought I told you to uninstall these.
Actually, no, I think it's more like, I told you I needed an elevator to climb one stair.
Oh, I rap, stop, Spice.
And yet, and for some reason they make the March Hare Scottish. I don't know why. I was like, I know. I made one elevator for each stair you have to climb, and it's like the smallest elevator for each individual stair. And there we go. We got Mad Hatter's
This one's not
back.
functioning again. Get your
Walk-
butt here this instant.
I'll walk it off.
I'm sorry. I'm just like using Alice logic, and I'm imagining the March Hare would not only make
That's
two sets of elevators, but he would only make each elevator like he would make an up elevator and a down elevator. One elevator can only go up, another elevator can only go down, and after a while they would never work again because they'd reach the top floor, bottom floor, and never function again.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I'm being here now.
It works.
Hatter, please stop.
You are just as mad as a hatter.
Why are hatters considered mad?
That's a good question.
It was the type of chemicals that were inside the hats that made them go crazy.
I feel like that's not true, but
I always figured that it was just the case that the hat was the hat was suffocating the brain.
Here, let me look
I
that
was gonna
up.
say if not that, I was gonna say if
Okay.
not that to what Pi was saying. It's like I feel like that's not true, but we've also proven I'm not the most historically like cognizant, so I don't have the evidence to say it's untrue.
Yeah, ain't that right? World War II, knowledge junkie.
Gosh,
Hold on.
married to the pressing plates. man.
Arthritism, also known as Mad Hatter disease syndrome, is a neurological disorder which affects the whole central nervous system as well as symptom complex derived from mercury poisoning. Mercury poisoning.
Mercury.
So there was probably mercury inside the hats.
That would make a lot of sense.
Right.
Well, I guess it's a good thing I don't wear hats.
Yeah, the chemicals used for hat making
Steroid.
include maracausis nitrate. So mercury vapors. They were literally vaping before vaping was a thing.
Huh.
So for some, oh geez, yeah, we have pressing plates. There we go. So again, it's kind of odd. All of the intercoms in this place now look like the March Hare, but it's still the Dormouse's like voice you're hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the hair was too shy to be the real spokesman.
I guess so. Anyway, so back to our weird combo.
Oh, actually,
so,
real quick, I noticed that those that the pressure plate there was literally the guise of a foot. I can't help but wonder if like to this day the Dormouse is still getting on March Hare's case because it's making fun of the fact that he's a disabled.
Oh.
every day
Way
I made
to
it to
take
again,
the
he
low
sounds
blow.
Scottish. Wow, every day. Reminded of his
Remind me why I still work with you.
Anyway, we should be getting to the march. There's the. Oh wait, no, that's okay. We gotta get to these pressure plates. As
March
you
Hare
can
sure-
imagine,
wow,
if you-
March Hare really took a lot of iron to his diet.
But
Shush, I messed up. There's another room just like this, pretty much. So, as you can imagine, get underneath these pressure plates when they move and just instant, like, dead.
You know, now I'm kind of off topic here, but I just remembered something. You guys hear about that upcoming Banana Splits movie?
oh yeah, how it's going to be
Yes,
murderous and
it's-
violent.
So it's like this gritty reboot thing. Apparently, that Scooby Apocalypse thing is still a thing. First off, and second off, there's a It's a gritty like sequel, like reboot comic of Scooby Doo where it's like the apocalypse people are dead. It's weird. Apparently, it's popular enough that it's still out and about. But yeah, go ahead with the banana splits, James.
Well, long story short, y'all remember back when WB were supposed to make a Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
Yes.
I did hear
Right,
something
and then
about
Scott
that.
Cawthon didn't like the script or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he backed out of the deal, and he's working with another party. So Warner Brothers, not wanting to let this script go to waste, decided to move it from being a Five Nights at Freddy's movie to a Banana Splits movie.
I remember
People
watching
say
the
that the
Banana Splits on
gang looked a
Boomerang.
little-
They're so cheerful and nice, and then seeing that, I'm like, ooh, pie gonna like.
Well, some people say the designs were always a little unsettling, but at the same time, I don't know. There's something so odd about. It's totally rebranded the same. It'd be like if suddenly they released like. It'd be suddenly as if they released like I don't know, like out of nowhere, a Dora the Explorer movie with horrible live action design. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, that's already a thing.
It's just odd.
That's a
It's just
joke.
odd to see. It's just odd to see what was already like Pi said. It's odd to see what was already established as an innocent thing, just not even like a corruption thing. Just straight up, nope, they're evil now.
I mean,
Like, is that their new
granted,
rebranding?
considering the Banana Splits themselves haven't been relevant in over 50 plus years. I mean, whatever.
Oh, it's super easy to do. Most kids are gonna be like, who? Like, no
Yeah,
one's gonna be aware.
I didn't know who Banana Splits was until I found out about this thing.
I
Right,
knew
same.
about
I
it.
thought they were an
so-
original. I thought they were an original IP, just knock off Five Nights. But nope, they're just basically repurposing them, rebranding.
I mean, just like they repurposed the Flintstones and Scooby-Doo to make these weird comics.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me any.
It really doesn't, but at the same time, it is kind of weird to think back on. Like this is the fate of such an obscure cartoon series from the '60s or so.
Yeah.
It was
next thing
technically
you
a
know,
live action segment that they played music and such. I
Right.
used to marathon Boomerang, and that always came on like.
Next thing you know,
Now we're
next
gonna
thing you
kill
know,
you.
we're gonna have a next thing you know, we're gonna have a freaking Yogi Bear survival horror game.
No, we already did Yogi Bear with CGI. We don't need that anymore.
Honestly,
That
now
was already
that
horror.
Logan says that, a Yoki survival horror game where you play the role of Ranger Smith.
Oh God, yes.
You're
And you
trying
ho-
to
and you hold
avoid
the
getting
last
a picnic basket stolen.
And you hold the last picnic basket in
Hey,
3
Ranger
counties.
Smith, I'm coming to take your picnic basket, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Ain't that right, Boo Boo?
Yeah, that's right, Yogi.
And then in a twist of fate, that becomes your Five Nights at Freddy's concept, where you're in the ranger's office watching cameras to make sure he doesn't get to the break room where the last picnic basket in 3 counties is.
Damn it, I don't want to see that now. Someone literally making.
I still hold by the idea that we came up with of Five Night at Eddie's.
That's
Where it would be Ed and Eddie. No, the entire idea being it's not even really scary. The idea being that Ed and Eddie saw the concept of Five Nights at Freddy's and wanted to try and recreate it in their usual scheme. So everything. Ow! There's a pressure plate in the center of the room. Duly noted. But basically, that everything would just be made of cardboard.
Yeah.
And
once one of the Eds reaches you, they literally just make their stock scream sound effect in the loud, piercing manner.
Or if not that, then Lily is just like it's just Ed, and then when he finds, he's like, "I am a monster banana," and then that's it. Just I don't know why. Just it seems like an innocent like twist that could work. I'd find that funny and charming.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, so what was I saying? About freaking Sonic and Alice. Crap, we're all over the place today. So, if I had to think of any other character, who do you think would be the caterpillar?
Eggman.
That is a very good question.
Usually a wise person, usually like gives some sort of wisdom, even though it's a little bit cryptic.
Omo Chow?
Now,
No.
we already
Which how
said
is all characters.
we already said Omo Chow was the white.
I know. I'm teasing.
Okay.
Tough question, actually. Someone who's all-knowing and... Well, we'll have to
Usually-
figure that out in the next part.
Yeah, we'll figure that. We'll get back to you guys on that. We're gonna brainstorm for a second. All right, see you guys.
Till next
Yes.
time.
I shall create this AU and it shall be a thing. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.